What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the WMH Project Challenge with Blue Tiger Poker, playing on the Bravado Network today. And nobody's won the Bankroll giveaway yet, so it's still up for grabs this week, and we're going to probably give away some, clues. Some clues during this episode, so you guys should stick around for that. And like I said before, $50 for first place, $25 for second, and $25 for third, and we'll get more into the contest later on. Here we got to look at this guy's stack size. It's so small, we either are going to get it in or we're just going to fold. Him raising the 4. He lost a hand with aces while ago while we were trying to get the video up and running, and he's pretty steaming at this point, things like that. But yeah, just remember, if you guys at the Bankroll, if you're on America's Card Room, we'll do a person-to-person transfer. Any other card room you're playing on, we'll just have to do a PayPal, because the states that are legal, I can't play in because I'm in North Carolina and stuff like that. So, speaking of North Carolina, this weekend went down to the Renaissance Festival. Speaking of aces, can't talk about my stuff. So really, everybody here, the worst player left, player 5, and then player 1 he was playing tight for a very long time. And yes, we're going to raise here, because if we had the button, had anything, we would raise here just to see if we can get him to fold out, and we'll probably get him to call. Big portion of his hands. But player 1 recently has been going a little bit crazy. So we've actually made this to where he can call, or if he thinks we're trying to make a play, he's going to overshove, and we're both pretty deep stack. So if he does call, we got to think about how much is it to get our stuff into the middle here. Us flatting here will probably allow him to direct out and shoot. So, and it's going to be a $50 pot. So, real good flop for us, unless he just spiked a 4 or a 5, and we're going to probably win this hand. So, queens, ace, kings, things like that. We're going to see what he does. He probably should fire here, you would think. And then we're going to probably go ahead and raise here, because again, our goal is to get the money into the middle. So actually, do we want to call? Let's go ahead and raise, because if he's got some... Are you kidding me? Fuck. Well, people, pay attention to your fucking clock next time, I guess. Well, we lost just a ton of money there. We had him the whole time. Oh well, we move on. I guess we got to figure out how to win some money elsewhere. Had the perfect scenario there. I just was talking too much. Well, let's get on with the in North Carolina, we're talking about, went down to Renaissance Fair and had a great time. They're all over the country. I'm sure you guys can find one. There's beer. It's just a great time. We took our kids with us, and they had a ball. But it's a fun thing to go to. If you guys have never been to one, I would go to it on that thing. What else besides folding aces? Probably there with the best hand. I don't know. Well, yeah. Actually, we had a learn to homebrew day here it was National Homebrew Day. I don't know why we're sitting out. I guess because we timed out too long. And the thing is, this guy think he made an awesome play that time, but he didn't. And so went down. There was about 30 people showed up for the Learn to Homebrew Day, and that was pretty entertaining itself. A lot of great guys. Of course, there was tons of beer there and stuff like that. So that's about it on my weekend and stuff. And the challenge has been going pretty good. We didn't really get too much into it because I was thinking somebody would probably win the contest last week, and then we'd really get into what everything was and then kind of tell you guys how the challenge was set up. We are playing a little bit more aggressive with this than when we did the 10K challenge bankroll, and just because it's going to be a lot bigger than that 10K challenge bankroll. Here, I don't mind going ahead and 3-betting this guy. I mean, we had the last scenario where, we did it, and he thought he played it well, and if we actually flop something pretty decent, we should be able to play from there. But he's just living on the button, and usually, we do it too, but he's going to have such a wide range of hands, and then this hand will play pretty well with him, especially with this flop. We're pretty much not folding this hand at this point. I think we'll go ahead and lead off. And if he has an ace, then we're pretty much getting our money in there and kind of going from there. But I think we'd be pretty much even money, maybe 60-40-ish, somewhere in that range. But yeah, so he actually, player 4, got the pass for the day. Instead of being down a whole hell of a lot of money, he's gonna be up some. So that's okay. But what were we talking? Oh, the challenge. Back to the challenge. Blah. So, yeah, back to the challenge in that we basically started with $100 on Bravada for this challenge and $100 on America's Card Room. And that's just for the challenge because we're playing lower stakes. When we move up and we get in some of the higher stakes that we play, it's going to be a little bit tougher to keep that money segregated between which one's which. But right now it's pretty easy to say how much we've won based on this. And Bravada is pretty easy too because, you got to convert the hands if you want to put them in Hold'em Manager. So anything I play for this, they go under one handle, and then when I play the other. We're actually going to call here. We're both pretty deep stacked. If we spike a 4, just set it. And he checked, I guess. Maybe he has aces. And I don't think there's any reason we shouldn't bet here. I mean, unless the guy was just totally bluffing. I would think any over card would call. We just can't get people to pay us off. We either time out the day or they are just bluffing. So, there's a Bravada, converts the hands over. And we've been 3-betting this guy a lot. And so this time we're actually going to flat call and play post-flop poker with him. And, of course, we win. So we're going to check, see if he will continue. He usually does a high percentage of the time. Of course, we're wrong. I have a fucking 8. So we're going to see how this plays out. He could have an 8. And if he doesn't raise this too crazy, we'll probably call, seeing if we can spike a 7 or a 5. But, we're just going to bet there. I would think he was going to continue so we could get one bet out of him. We're trying to see where we can get bets from people, but we couldn't. All my level of thinking today has been crazy, except for the one time that I don't usually call the clock button over there. So yeah, we've been growing it, and once we kind of get more into this, you guys see it was actually a very rough start to it. I'm kind of waiting to show that so I can get the graphs up and kind of show you guys that thing. But we played a little bit. We've, for about a week and kind of went, had some high variance in there for a while, and then luckily everything corrected, and we kind of got back into the plus, and then we've kind of moved it up from there. So. But we're going to continue to grow that, and hopefully you guys are going to get it. So we're going to give away a clue right here, so you guys be prepared. Not much of a clue, but I think it'll help, and this is it. So if you heard my stories earlier, you can tie all this together. So a bottle of beer, and as you guys see, there's no damn label on the damn thing. So kind of use that to what you may. And again, the name William, and H is abbreviated, but there's no project, but there's something out there for William something or other. And you guys kind of research that if you want. And I guess I would almost assume we're going to have a winner this week. We had somebody who was super close. And again, you can guess as many times as you want. Somebody asked that question, I think. And you guys can guess as many times as you want. You can put it down in the comments. Most people have been just putting it on. Oh, look at this guy. Most people have been just putting them on YouTube and things. We're going to actually call here. I don't think his hand's that strong. And we can continue most of the time with most flops. And we want to give him, because the way he's been betting aggressive, we want him to just hang himself in this hand. We do have a weak kicker, so we don't want to go too crazy with this. Because he could have us out-kicked in something of that form of fashion. And, if the board pairs up, then we'll just kind of evaluate from there. Because if like a 7 or something like that comes, or 3, then, the king's going to play. I don't really see him probably having ace-king. He can have ace-king. We're not going to rule that out. But we're going to see how many barrels he's going to fire here. I don't know. Again, our kicker's not great, so I think if we bet, we're just going to get him to fold out worse hands. We want to see if we can get him to make a river bluff of some sort. So a queen, he might have picked up king, queen here. We'll kind of find out from his bet sizing probably. So he checks. I think we just got showdown value, so we're going to check here. So we actually had him. I don't think he would call there. He might call. He's with the king, queen, and the ace out there. I don't think he's calling there in the river. So we're just going to got showdown value in case, he's playing like an ace-10 type of hand or something like that. So actually, I guess it wouldn't have mattered at that point. So we would have called. So with the cards on the table would have played with our ace. So, where did we get to? What were we talking about? What was this dumbass talking about? Oh, back to giving away stuff in the project. So you guys look for that William H project. There's some little fillers out there. I've added little things here and there on the websites, on Facebook. And again, just remember you got to be a subscriber on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube to be able to win too. So you very quickly can do it. I'll just check behind you, and if I can't figure you out, then I'm going to probably ask for what your handles are and things like that. So yeah, so that's about it. So we're going to probably wrap it up right here. So guys, keep that EV on the plus side, and we'll see you next week.